update at 10:06 on January 17th. Supreme Court did uphold the ban. And I'll be honest, I'm quite surprised.
We have some breaking news regarding the TikTok ban in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has basically said that they are upholding the law of the lower court, saying that this law is absolutely fine and that the national security risk does in fact trump free speech.
Supreme Court kept the ban. Supreme Court said, nope, doesn't violate your First Amendment rights.
Hey guys, welcome back to Did You Hear? Today we're going to be taking a look at what some of the people's views are on the TikTok ban update that's recently come out. Apparently, the U.S. government has chosen to uphold the ban, so we're going to be taking a look at some rants and see what people's viewpoints are on this thing. Guys, drop down in the comments below if you can throughout this video and let me know what you think about what's going on right now. Let's take a look and see what people are saying. All right.
The High Court has just declined to stop a ban of TikTok, now set to take effect on Sunday.
32% of Americans agree with the TikTok ban, which leaves 68% who think it's bullshit. Let's get into it. The Supreme Court is set to announce another decision this morning at 10 a.m. regarding the TikTok ban and how they want to move forward. They're going to put it on the website, but look out for all news media to be covering that. And while Biden has not issued the 90-day stay to extend the ban, he's not looking like he's going to be set to enforce it, and he's going to leave it to Trump. Trump has committed from the beginning that he's going to keep TikTok from going dark because the platform was so great for him and his campaign. And in the spirit of friendship, he's invited the CEOs of TikTok, Apple, Google, Zuckerberg, Musk, and Bezos to the inauguration. Liddy. And finally, Duolingo has reported a 216% increase in its Mandarin class, and y'all are crazy. Have a good one.
Breaking news, the Biden administration said they're not going to enforce the TikTok ban, which is supposed to start on January 19th. And instead, they said it will be in the hands of the new president, Donald Trump. Donald Trump's inauguration is also going to feature the CEO of TikTok. These are some very good news if you are a fan of TikTok and or if you are a TikTok creator, because it looks like that now the TikTok ban, since it's not going to be enforced by the government, it will just lay in the hands of TikTok themselves. They have initially said they will shut down in the United States on January 19th. But now it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. And at the end of the day, nobody really knows what happens. As I said before, make sure you update your app before and get ready in case it will not exist in the App Store anymore.
TikTok update from someone who lives in San Francisco and has friends who work at TikTok in the SFHQ. You will not be able to log into TikTok on Sunday. When you do, you will see a black screen. So with that being said, it's going to be so important if you're a creator, or not even a creator, but a consumer. One, you follow the people that you love and or save all of your unposted drafted TikTok videos. I have so many. I've seen a ton of videos about like how to save your data really easily, so that's something to do. And I think more importantly, I'm just gonna miss everyone. I'm gonna miss the TikTok community. I'm gonna miss just, I don't know, it just feels weird. It feels sad. I've definitely seen and heard buzz about TikTok. When Trump gets into office, the outcome might look different, but we don't know that. And at least for now, what I'm hearing from TikTok employees is that they're focused on making sure that TikTok is shut down here in the US on Sunday. So I don't know, they're gearing up for things to close. I just one, feel bad for them. It's just scary and unfortunate. And also for us who are like in love with TikTok, and it's become a part of my lifestyle in a weird way. I've gotten a couple of DMs about like what I'm gonna do next. I already have a YouTube channel, but it's not perfect, which is why I'm like not advertising it. I also have a Spotify podcast as well, because I've gotten so many comments and like DMs saying like you should do a podcast. So that's something that I also started. I have one podcast that's live, and I heard it back today and I was like, Good God. But I just need to get over my imposter syndrome and fear of being seen. I mean, I am seen all the time here. But all that being said, I'm going to miss you guys all so much. I will do a live tomorrow night around this time. So, like, I don't know, like maybe like 7:30, 8:30 EST, which is like, I don't know what it is in PST. I don't know why I said that time in EST. Regardless, it'll be around like 9:10 here, I think, if that even makes sense. Regardless, I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm just being nervous and sad and being weird, okay? Good night.
At 10 a.m. Eastern Time this morning, we're going to find out what the Supreme Court is ruling on the TikTok ban. More than likely. I say more than likely because they're not just directly saying that the decision they're releasing this morning is about TikTok, but it's hard to imagine what else it could be. Again, the whiplash. I am gonna sue them for neck pain. So they can either rule the ban constitutional, unconstitutional, or I believe that there's a third option where they can basically say, we're just going to kick this over to President Trump. And Biden only pushed this decision into Trump's court by like 12 hours, basically. He essentially said, the ban's not happening on the 19th. It'll happen on the 20th or the 21st, according to President Trump, if that's what he decides. Living in a country with so little control over our lives, and just being gaslit, I'm running out of words. Because here's the thing that we've learned on Red Note in the last week or two. Did you know that women in China are able to retire with a government-funded pension at the age of 55 and men at the age of 60? They have almost no homelessness there. The average income there is the equivalent, I think, of 44,000 USD. Just so you know, the average income here is the equivalent of 33,000 USD. For the record, that is fucking horrifying. Nowhere in our country can anyone afford to pay their rent with that amount of money. And one of Trump's fucking cronies, I refuse to learn his name because I don't give a fuck. He came out and said that their main priority, that the thing that is an emergency, a fucking emergency, is for them to lower the tax rates on the richest people in this country. And then he proceeded to say, if we don't get that done, the common man is going to be punished. Because those people are fucking sick. They're so sick. And now, because of the voting public in this country, they hold all the cards and all the chips. And there's nothing we can do about that. Anyways, I can't stop crying. It feels like being a little child that lives in an abusive home that does not have the means to escape. And so many countries in our world are moving in this direction right now because of Putin and the disgusting propaganda that the right-wing oligarchy has been spreading all over the globe. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens next. And there is this huge part of me that is just like, why the fuck did I incarnate on Earth at this time? What the fuck was I thinking?
Update at 10:06 on January 17th. Supreme Court did uphold the ban. And I'll be honest, I'm quite surprised. I did not see that really happening considering all the options that were available. This is going to feel like a giant slap in the face. I know it does. But here are the positives. One, Biden administration is not upholding the ban. I don't believe either administration is upholding the ban. So I think, our experience is going to generally remain the same, at least through Sunday night. Pending, we'll see what happens with TikTok. No, I have not gotten any confirmation on a voluntary blackout. I've checked. I haven't gotten any official statement of yes or no. There are ways for this to be reversed. and it's going to be very determined on what happens Monday on if Trump decides to step in. There are ways that this could be reversed. It is a little bit harder, but this isn't over. And when I talked to the TikTok team when we were back in DC, one of them said, like, this is going to be a long year. And I think that this is going to be a long battle. I know that you're probably discouraged. I know that you're probably sad, and we can take some time for that. But this fight is unfortunately still not over, okay? I love you very much. I know this isn't what you wanted to hear on a Friday. I'll be here and I will be back. I'll probably make another video today and I'll be live again later.
We have some breaking news regarding the TikTok ban in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has basically said that they are upholding the law of the lower court, saying that this law is absolutely fine and that the national security risk does in fact trump free speech. The court is also saying that TikTok isn't being targeted because of what's said on it, but because of the security risk that they claim that it poses. Now, TikTok has two options at this point. Either they can find non-Chinese owners very, very quickly or stop operating in the US after January 19th, which is 2 days from now. Now, what we know right now is that President Biden has said that he will not be upholding the law and giving a 36-hour stay to make it Trump's problem, and Trump has said that he will vow to save it. So at this point in time, Supreme Court has not ruled on side of TikTok, so it's all going to come down to President Trump. Now, before you scroll on, do me a solid. In case this app really does go away, go to the link in my bio, click on my YouTube, and follow me there. In case it doesn't and you haven't already, please make sure to hit that follow button and drop your opinion about all of this. This isn't over. Definitely make sure to continue to call and write your senators. Let them know that you don't support this, that you don't really care what they have to say. There right now, remember, your congressmen and your senators, they work for us. We voted them in. And right now, 170 million Americans, half the country, aren't happy with this decision. They are not representing us. There are other options that they could do, but this is what they're choosing to do. And remind them that.
Okay, so let me get this straight. The Biden administration passed the TikTok ban. Biden signed it and said, yes, let's ban this. A long time ago, months ago, right? But now they're saying, we're not gonna enforce it. We're just kidding. We don't really mean it. I do feel like it's reading unprofessional, or it's like not super presidential. But at the same time, like, I really am thrilled that maybe it's not going away, but also, like, I can't mourn TikTok again. How many times can a girl cry over an app? Let me tell you, a few. So, like, what's gonna happen now? I don't know. What a roller coaster.
Breaking news. At 9 p.m. today, I plan to send our petition to stop the TikTok ban to President Biden. We already have 667,000 signatures. Let's get to 1 million. Let's make sure that TikTok doesn't go dark in 2 days on Sunday night. The White House has already said they're listening. Let's make sure we get 1 million signatures and President Biden doesn't ban TikTok.
I'm here working, drinking my coffee, and got the alert. TikTok is banned, upheld by the Supreme Court of the United States of America. So I'm telling you something right now. If you ain't heard it, you heard it here first. It is upheld. Now, is that what does that mean? Well, it's in Biden's hands now. Biden said he would not enforce it. Let's see what they do. It's also up to China and ByteDance and TikTok to decide they're going to just go dark. But they could. They could just say, forget this. We're going dark because the Supreme Court said you are banned. It's what it is.
Supreme Court kept the ban. Supreme Court said, nope, doesn't violate your First Amendment rights. I was not even planning on making this video. This is not how I saw today going. I had a little bit of faith in our broken government system, but so where we go from here, all of our eggs are going in Trump and Biden's baskets at this point. Our government has failed us, and now we are at the mercy of their hands. Both of them have said that they will intervene. Biden's administration said, don't expect a blackout. And Trump said he would do something. I'm so frustrated. I can't even speak. I'm honestly so frustrated I can't even speak. I'm gonna have to redo this video in an hour. But excuse me while we ban an app and I can't even send my kid to school. But don't worry. We are a laughing stock to other countries. Do you understand that? Everyone mocks us. We are now seeing what the world is like outside of our little bubble, and we are realizing our issues in this country. I hope that they save it and we make the Supreme Court. I hope they hear us. I hope they hear us loud and clear. I'll make another video. I just need to breathe. I need to do my research and see what even happens now. Remain calm. Remain hopeful. We have Biden and Trump still to help us. It's not over yet.
The government was bluffing, and they didn't expect to actually have to go through with this. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. However, now that we're at this point where they're going to have to make a decision whether to kick the can down the road for another 90 to 270 days or whatever the fuck, the further consideration the United States government has to deal with, on top of the fact that they got caught in a bluff, they actually have to figure something out now, decide whether or not they want to deal with the retaliation of their entire country. They also have to deal with the actual real security threat of Red Note. And that poses obviously a greater international security threat than TikTok literally ever did or ever could, because that app is actually owned by the Chinese Communist Party, and that app actually is an opportunity for international relations between the United States people and the Chinese people. Informational asymmetries in how we live and what we believe about each other are being absolutely neutralized in seconds on a fucking app, just by two parties being able to talk to each other without being stopped by a language barrier, because for once we had a push to just go a little bit harder. This shit is fucking hilarious. And regardless of what happens, I intend absolutely to take January 19th through February 14th entirely offline. I know it would be the natural course of events for us to celebrate and be back in full force. If it doesn't get banned, I still fully believe we need to do a data strike. We need to do a full social media blackout. We need to tank the stock. But more importantly, you actually need to take this shit out of the public eye. So I am brainstorming ways to take our collective action offline. Right now I have two potential options. The first is a paid Substack mailing list. I'd put it at a reduced rate, but it would basically be like your union dues. You pay an upfront rate to have access to a private forum where we can have conversations, you'll be able to comment, you'll be able to add, and we can just like build out an ecosystem on Substack. Alternatively, I can create a private Obsidian vault. If you haven't heard of Obsidian, it's really cool. It's a decentralized Google Drive effectively, but it lives on your computer in plain text files. So no one would have access to it. It exists on your servers. It's not like up in the cloud somewhere. That does mean you have to have a hard drive. That does mean you have to back it up. And the plan for that is like $50 a year for you to be able to sync your vault from your phone to your computer and vice versa. The lowest possible plan is like $50 a year. I pay for the $96 a year one because that gives you access to up to 10 volts that you can sync across your phone, and I use it for everything. So that's a second plan. I think Obsidian would be more ideal. I think Substack would be more dynamic. I am open to other potential options as well, but the important thing is figuring out a way that we can have these conversations that are not publicly incriminating. And that's not a choice I want to make. That's not something I want to become. In fact, I have tried my hardest for my whole life to believe in my government and have faith in our political systems. It's just really unfortunate that I'm an educated individual with clear eyes to see what's going on, and my trust in the United States government has been fractured into non-existence over the past election cycle, and honestly, the 8 years prior as well. So, that's what's going on here. Bye, guys.
If they ban TikTok, I am done. I'm not going back over to Facebook 100%. And I deleted my Instagram. I'm done with that. I would never go back over there. Okay? And I only have a Facebook because I love, got family members I be wanting to really see. Some of them. And on top of that, I have some people that support me with my homemade seasoning. I sell seasoning. Okay? But as far as me making any money over there, maybe $20, $30 here and there.
Okay? And I don't say nothing about that because, baby, they'll stop liking your stuff. All right? Them people is not going to support you over there on Facebook. Your schoolmates, I'm sorry to say, some family members. I'm not going back over to Facebook or Instagram. I'll say that again. Will I be sad if this app really get banned? Yes, I would. Because this is where the most support come from. Right here. I really feel this is where God want me to be. I'm not going over there. And Donald Trump promised us he wouldn't do this to us. This is a money-making app. This app pays your car note, insurance, do nice things for your children. You could really make some money. It feels good. It feels good to go to sleep and wake up and see what you have made. So it's a beautiful thing. But I'm not going back. I'm not trying to get y'all to come over there. I'm not telling y'all, oh, come to my Facebook. I'm not telling y'all to go to no Instagram because I don't have one. Baby, this is it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. But I tell you one thing. I'm not going back to no Instagram. Them people do not like us. Okay? Instagram is a whole different ball game. Over here, it's different. It's I don't know. You don't know where your videos may wind up. You got people that support you all the way from New York. So that's not my thing no more. But I don't think that's going to happen. And it's nothing to worry about. Do life goes on? Can we do anything about it? No. Long as they give us our last pay in January, ain't nothing we could do about it. Nothing. Nothing at all. But I don't think that's going to happen. Guys, don't worry about that. Continue posting, being you, putting out good quality content, and it is what it is. Y'all be blessed, hugs, and love, J-Lo.
Rather delete TikTok than actually help the American people, which is not surprising to me. It's not crazy. These people are low-key psychopaths that they care more about an application than they care about the livelihood of the American people. But anyways, I had such a good time making videos on TikTok for about like a year and a half, and it was just so fun, just interacting with you guys, and making my videos was always really fun. And it's like I have a bunch of friends now and a community that I never thought I could have. And I'm so grateful for you guys, and I'm so grateful for this platform that you gave me. And if you're interested in my content or you want to see more from me, all my links are in my bio. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Instagram. But yeah, this is so sad, and it's a little bittersweet. If this app really, really does get banned, I'm so grateful for you guys, and I love you guys so much. I mean, even if it doesn't get banned, I still love you guys, and I'm still grateful for you guys. I just wanted to clarify that.
Guys, there are definitely some concerns and sadness over this latest decision that the government has made to uphold this TikTok ban, but we are staying hopeful, and I will definitely be keeping you guys updated on any developments concerning this subject. Make sure that you drop down and you like, subscribe, share, and click that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future content. Please remember to drop down and comment. Let us know what you think about this new turn of events that have to do with this TikTok ban. Do you know anybody personally that's being affected by this, either mentally or financially? Let us know. And until next time, we'll see you, and be blessed.